Morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Love 500, welcome back to Project Roxanne, the last video. Front's done, as you saw the other day, and as I told you yesterday, on day 4, I was going to go and pick the seats up last night. I didn't pick the seats up last night, but I picked them up this morning, and there they are. Well, that's the fronts, we've got the door cards and the backs over the other side of the car. I need to get them changed, so let's do that. Let's set you up. Let's get the blue ones out and get the white ones in. They might need a bit of a clean, but they're not too bad, and they're in better condition as well, generally. Anyway, let's do it. Let's get on. Last video. Let's get this car finished. I've just wasted £180. That seat, I've taken the passenger seat out, as you saw. This seat is broken. When you put it up, it doesn't stay up. It just, something in this mechanism, it locks in that position, laying down, but as soon as you release it, and I've turned both upside down, the old seat and the new seat. Use the word new loosely. And I can't see anywhere that's different. I can't see where it's broken or something's come off. So I've absolutely wasted I'm going to swear, I've wasted time and money on this. You know what? Stuff it. I'm not going to bother. I got these seats cheap, 180 quid. I should be able to sell them for more than that. Oh man, I'm so annoyed. I'm just going to put that back in. We'll get this seat repaired. I've had enough. I had enough of it now. It's really pissed me off. I'm sure he didn't do it on purpose. I'm sure he didn't know, but absolutely pointless, useless. God's sake. I should try selling them individually, these seats maybe. Don't know. Or try selling them as a pair or individually. See if I can get my money back. Might even make a profit. I'm so annoyed. That is really, really frustrating. Oh well, can't be helped. Let's put this seat back in. Well, I've cleaned all them up, photographed them, I'm going to stick them on eBay. Try and get my money back. Well, I think I'll make a profit. It might take me a little while to sell them. I mean, the seats themselves are perfect. Not a mark on them now, I've cleaned them up. That one is good and works. It's just this one. Oh, it's so frustrating. Never ever thought to check it. I've never needed to check it. I don't suppose he checked it. I've bought from him before. I don't think he knew. Because what would be the point? Because, you know, I could say to him, I want my money back. And I'm sure he'd give it back to me as well. But it's the hassle of, I've lost time today having to go over there and get them. I got them cheap, 180 quid. I think I'll easily make my money back selling them. It just take a little bit of time, but that don't matter. The biggest problem is two problems. One is having somewhere to put the damn things. Obviously there's the door cards as well, which I've photographed. I'll put those in the shed, but in the back of the garage. But it's having somewhere to store the things. That's the problem. And the other problem, of course, is I've still got to get this seat repaired. Unfortunately, so I'm probably going to have to take this seat out to get that done anyway. So I suppose for the time being, I could just put one of those in, depending on how long they have it for. As soon as I've got this on the road and finished, I'll take it down to that place down the road where I got those seats sewn up that time and see if they can do it and what they can do it for. And we'll go from there. Anyway, I'm going to just have a little bit more go at the painting. I'll just do that quickly, and then I'm going to do the brakes. I think I need to get those done. Okay, let's do it. Absolute pig of a job. Being a facelift, it's different. So I knew it was different, as I pointed out earlier on, but I could not for the life of me get the old pad out. Let me just show you. So this is the inner pad, and it's got this spring on it, which the new one comes with because it's fitted to it, and I couldn't get it out. I managed to get that pad out okay, but this one, it got to the edge of the edge of the piston, and I couldn't get it any further, no matter what I did. What I didn't realise is you pull it out, so where you've got the what do you call it, I've forgotten what you call this bit now, the little plungery thing which moves it backwards and forwards, the piston type thing. Not the piston, that's the piston. These sliders, that's it, isn't it? The slider. So you actually take the sliders out, and it leaves the pad behind. But it's so caked up. Look at the state of it. Okay, not much material left on it. And the other one was pretty much the same, really. But it was just a pig of a job. It took me ages to figure out that you have to take the sliders off, and then putting it back in. What you have to do, I think, is put the sliders back in first, and then get the pad in. But the ears on the pad was such a tight fit, and I just could not get it back. I tried taking it out, putting the pad in first, and then the slider. I think that's what I did in the end. You know what? I can't actually remember now. I wish I had filmed it, because you'll see which way around I did it. I managed to push using the old wherever it is. I've got so many tools out here. I'm not the tidiest of workers, I have to say. Yeah, I even bent it, look. But I used that to get the piston back. Now, problem I have, I can't do it today, because the problem I have is the discs I've got are the wrong size. They're exactly the same, except the diameter of the disc is different. So these are the new discs. I didn't realise the discs. I didn't buy discs because I already had two sets of discs. Let me just put the camera down. So the holes and everything are in the same place, but the actual diameter of the discs are different. So these are 238, it looks like, maybe 240. 240. If we go to the disc, the old disc, which is absolutely knackered, it's 258, 260. So it's different size. Everything else about it is the same, I think. Yeah. And I remembered I had some other discs, and I can't remember where they came from. I bought them for something, and I thought they were for an Abarth or something, but they're completely different discs. I don't know what the hell they're for. I have still got the box at the back of the shed, garage, but yeah, I don't know what that is. So yeah, so I'm going to have to go and order some more discs. They're cheap anyway, discs, so it's not a problem, and I'll use the other discs anyway. But what a pig of a job. You know what cheers me up even more? Once I've actually finally done it, I've got to go and do the same the other side. Not looking forward to it. So that is really annoying. So I've not had a good day so far today. Got seats that don't work, and now I've got brakes that I can't complete. But what a horrible job. Why on earth? When they redesign things, I always thought they're meant to redesign them to make them better. As far as I can see, this is just an abysmal update. Why on earth have they done it like this? So you haven't got a hinge that you pull off. You have to take off the carrier to change the pads. How ridiculous is that? One thing I was worried about, but it does fit. If I put the disc in there, it does fit. So I was worried that I hadn't pushed the piston back far enough, but it is. So I can't go any further. I'm not going to do the other side. I want to make sure I do this side first. So I'll get the discs on order. I might even pay the extra and get them. Mind you, there's no point getting them delivered tomorrow. I'm working, so I'm not going to do the job till Monday anyway. So it's just delayed me yet again, unfortunately. So I was hoping to get this pretty much done today, but that ain't happening now. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, not much more I can say really. I'll put all this stuff away. Actually, I'll go and order the stuff first and see if... I suppose I could go and pick them up, couldn't I? You know what? I can't be bothered. I'm going to do something else. Anyway, that's it for the time being. So we'll be back when we get the discs, or when we do... I might do the oil change or something like that. Although I would have liked to have got it higher up in the air to do the oil change. And of course, I can't really do that because I can't put the wheel on. Oh, why do these things have to go wrong? Oh well, anyway, I'll be back. Okay, so I've ordered that. 56 quid, something like that for the pair. That was with a 25% discount from car parts for less, which are euros, but are cheaper than euros. They are more expensive than the pre-facelift. Surprise, surprise. Everything is on these, it seems. Although the pads are about the same sort of price. They maybe even they were, because they're different as well. Maybe they were a bit more as well. I've done that, but I'm not happy with it at all. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. It's not come out. I think it's just because it's black, and black really shows up. I'm going to have to give it another go. I managed to pull that out, and got some dolphin glaze in there. I'm just waiting for that to go off. In fact, I think it's gone off. Just need to block that down. Probably need some more in it. And while I've been waiting, I had done the wheels actually. I've touched the wheels in, all of them. Oh well, three out of four needed it. This one was the new wheel. Had a couple of bits around the outside, but not too bad. And whilst I've been doing that, I've got the oil drain in as well. So at least that gets the oil change done. So it's not a complete waste of a day today. Unfortunately, I dropped the hex bolt thing that you use to get the sump plugs out. That ended up in the oil, unfortunately. Which is always good. So yeah, we'll leave that 5 or 10 minutes to drain. Then we'll get the filter off and put a new one on, and then fill it up with oil. We are getting somewhere. Not a complete waste of a day, but not getting done what I wanted to get done today. But never mind. It was the brakes I really wanted to get done more than anything. But never mind. They'll come on Monday, I expect. They might come before, but I'm working till Monday, so I can't do them till then anyway. So we'll come back once we've done the oil change, and we'll come back on Monday or whenever it is that we get the discs and we carry on, and then we have the joy of doing the other side as well. I've come to the conclusion I hate facelifts. They're a pain in the backside. They really are. Everything's more expensive. Everything's difficult to get. Yeah, and I'm not even making any money out of this one. Never mind. As soon as this is gone, we'll be on the mint green one, and we'll turn that around. I think, possibly, already got a buyer for it, which is good. So I've got to paint that front bumper, hopefully in the right colour. Onwards and upwards. And then we want to go back out on the white one, get that one finished, which is back quarter damage. Want to do that myself. And then once that's gone, I'm going to get the convertible back from the body shop, and I'm going to have a go at it myself. But that's a way off yet. So yes, see you on Monday probably when we continue with the brakes. Right, that's the oil change done. All filled up, all run up to temperature, check for leaks, which there aren't any, and we are in colour on the wheel arch. Doesn't take long, does it? Yeah. So it's looking good. Oh, I'm pointing at the wrong place. So just letting that dry. Give it one more coat, and then we'll dry it off, and we'll even get that in lacquer today, I think. Cool. I keep pointing at the wrong place. Down here. Yeah, looks nice. Made a fabulous job of that, even if I do say so myself. Right, once we've done that, we are completely stuck till Monday. And I did say I'll see you Monday, so I'll say it again. I'll see you Monday. Morning, welcome back. Today is Monday. You last saw me on Thursday. I've been working Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and today we're back on the car. So, as you know, I ordered those brake discs. They came on Saturday, funnily enough, and there they are, down there, ready to put on. I just have a little errand to run before I make a start and get this down its wheels. I need to get this done today because the weather is, it's already on the turn again. It's gotten really cold, but this week it's going to be really cold. Sub-zero temperatures again, the threat of snow, yeah, not good, and rain as well. So today's probably the best day out of the week, being Monday. It is insured. Sorry, it's not insured, but it will be insured. I'll swap the insurance over. And I'm going to drive it down to the place that did the seat on my other car, sewed the seat up, and I'm going to get them to price it up on how much it will cost to replace that. But I have had another idea on that seat. We'll come on to that when we get back, but I just need to go and run this errand. So my sister-in-law's car, it wasn't one that was featured on the channel. It was before I started filming for the channel. It was a red Lounge. I think it's a 2012 Lounge. Red Lounge, nice one. She had it, and then I sold it to the mother of a lady who I sold 3 cars to, or found 1 car and sold 2 cars to. Her mum's got it. She had her number plate stolen last week, and she messaged me about what she need to do, so on and so forth. She's been to Halfords. She's got some new plates at Halfords, but with those screws on the back, Halfords would only stick them on because she didn't have a plate that they could use as a template drill, which is fair enough, I suppose. I've got some old plates down here, some of which are rear ones, and have got those holes, so hopefully they should line up okay. So I'm going to go down there, screw the front plate on, and screw the back plate on as well for her. Not charging her anything, I'm just doing it for her. She's an elderly lady, I'm just doing it for her. So I'm just going to go and do that now. As soon as I get back, we'll get stuck in on these brakes, and I'll tell you what my idea about these seats is. So yeah, see you in a bit. Right, okay, I'm back. All done. Okay, so here's the new discs, which are bigger, slightly bigger. So I need to get this one on, get the brake caliper back on, and it should be plain sailing now. Now I've done what I needed to do on here and I've figured it out. So I'm hoping it should all go on properly, and I'm hoping that the other side will be easier. Now I sort of know what I'm doing now, whereas I didn't when I started this side. So let's get this one on, and then we'll put the wheel back on and move around to the other side. Let's do it. That's that done at long last. It was easier doing this side because I knew what I was doing, so it was much quicker. The only thing I still had trouble with was getting this spring back on. I did it. I was trying to figure out the best way of doing it, but I think the best way of doing it is by pushing it in the middle and then hammering it in with the end of the pliers. That seems to be the best way. But yeah, all done. Yeah, good. Pleased with that. Pleased with that. Completely pleased with that. Now I know how to do it. It won't be so scary next time. But this side was so much easier than the other side. I just could not figure that out the other day. I wish I'd filmed all of it the other day in real time when I was trying to do the other side, but it's done now. All cleaned, as you saw. Got some copper grease around there. Not on the face, which I learnt is not correct, even though a lot of people do it. Yeah, the proper discs. I wonder if I could have got, probably could have got away with putting the smaller discs on, but I wasn't ever going to do that. But yeah, it's funny, isn't it? I wonder what difference it makes. Probably none whatsoever. Anyway, obviously more braking surface, I guess. Minuscule. I don't really see the point, to be perfectly honest, but I don't really see the point of this redesign, to be honest with you either. You can see that's the bit I've got missing there, if you can see that. Let's just shine the torch on it a bit so you can actually see it properly. So I've tied that on with cable tie, and it's secured down there. It's just that bit that's missing. I say just. And as you can see there, where I glued it all, and down there where I hot welded it. So it's sturdy. But obviously that's the outlet from the bit around there. Don't really see the point of that, but I will get one at some point. But as I said, they are different, and they are few and far between. I will find out how much they are from Fiat, but for now, it'll do. We are really getting there now. So I want to get this one finished so we can actually get on and do the cars that I get paid to do, rather than not. But anyway, let's. There's a couple of little red marks down there. I don't know what they are. I'm hoping they're going to buff off. It's obviously caught something. There's a few of them on the skirt. Hopefully it'll just buff off. I haven't got a clue what it is. I noticed them before. You see them down there? Don't know what they are. It's all the way along. It's caught something, isn't it? Hopefully they'll just buff out with a bit of G360 or something. We need to buff that other panel, the quarter panel up as well. Need to get that polished up, cut back and polished up as well. Anyway, let's forget about that. Stop waffling, Paul. Let's get the wheel back on and get on with it. See you in a bit. Right. That's it. I need to do those bits, don't I? Yep. So that's it. Mechanically wise, finito. Thankfully, just got to sort the bodywork out now, finish it off, and then we'll sort out these seats. I didn't tell you about the seats, did I? What I decided to do. So yeah, all that white stuff is where I was polishing. I think I must have. I don't know. It's just blown everywhere. Maybe I was using too much, but it's going to need another wash as well before I. Well, if I polish it and we get dust everywhere again, it means I've got to wash it again. So I think I'll just rinse it off actually and let it dry. Where was I? Right, seats. So I need to go and wash my hands because that one's worse for some reason. Get the old Swarfiger out and get them a clean. So, okay, shut up, Paul. Seats. So as you know, we've got these dodgy seats I bought off that bloke. I haven't even bothered telling him. I've got them up for sale on eBay. I've got a couple of people watching them. So I've advertised them as a complete set. I've advertised the backs. Sorry, when I say complete set, not including door cards, I'm selling them separate. So we've got door cards, complete set of seats, front and back, including headrests. And then I've got them listed again for the good driver's seat. And then another listing for just the backs. See if I can get money back that way, or actually make a profit if I can. But what I was thinking, I was going to drive this down when it's finished, which is sort of almost now, down to the place that did the sewed. I can't speak it, can't say it. Sewed up. Is that right? Sewed up. Yeah, sewed up the seat on the previous car, to see what they would charge for cash to do that, if they can do it. I'm assuming they probably can. Okay, so with the seats, what I decided that I might try, I had to think about this over the weekend. As you know, out the back of the garage out there, I've got those two sports seats with the blue, the ones that came out of the Project Van Gogh that I jet washed and damaged the material. They've obviously got good frames and a working, seat reclining thing and so on. So, as far as I know, and I know you can with the seats that have got the box underneath, because that literally is 2 bolts and it comes off. But these, I'm sure, will be fairly similar. So the base of the seat can come off. And what I thought I could do, taking the back off is a pain, but you can do it. It's got lots of hooks and what have you, and putting it back on is an even bigger pain. But you can do it. So what I could do is I could take the base off, swap the bases over, and on the backs I could take the back off of this good seat but with the duff mechanism and swap it over onto the crap seat with the good mechanism, and that way it gives me a good black and white passenger seat. That makes sense? So that is an option. What we're going to do now we've done that, I'm going to just fire it up and check the oil again. Now it's back down on its wheels. Check the oil, and then we need to polish that up. And then I think we're going to have a go at this. I'm going to possibly rub this down, fill it, and paint it, because that's come out quite nicely. So I think I might have a go on that as well and do that. And that's it, I think. Then we've done everything else. I think it's all clean inside. It's all serviced, it's all clean. Need to get those little bits off. Yeah, it's all clean in here. Oh, it's a spider. Get rid of him. Oh, get out. Yeah, I think the white ones would look better, you know. I really do. Not keen on these blue ones. But, you know, there's another spider. What's going on here? Where's all these spiders coming from? Don't want spiders' webs in the car. Just trying to think if there's anything else left for me to do. Service is done. Got to check the service history. I haven't got the bloody logbook back yet. I've still got to check the service history, but of course I need the logbook to do that. I mean, I can do it to an extent, but I can ring up the dealers who's down in Maidstone and see what they've got, if anything. And I've got one MOT in there. I'm just missing, I think it had 2 MOTs? So it's 2017, so it was first MOT'd in 2020, then it was in 2021, and then 2022, yeah, 20. So it has had 3 MOTs. One of them I've got, so I'm missing 2 MOTs. So hopefully the dealers will have some history for it and they can help me out. But other than that, we can hopefully track it down from the MOT history. But until I get the logbook, I can't see where those MOTs have done, which is a pain. Okay, I'm going to check the oil. Give it a douse down, I think, and then we'll get some polishing done. There you go, finished. So I've polished some of it. I haven't in the end polished the whole car, because I thought what I'd do is I'll get it back in the summer and give it a really good wash, polish and wax. I've run out of my quality wax, and I'm going to try something new. So I'm going to say I've done the built hamper. So it's had a really good wash. I've used the built hammer on it. I'll do that on it once a month after she's got it. And in the spring, when it's warmed up a little bit, we'll get some quality wax on it and give it a really good polish, but we'll do that later. Apart from that, we've got to do the seat, obviously, still, and I've got to clean the windows. But apart from that, it's done. Completely done. So it shouldn't really have taken me very long to do this car. I'm quite pleased with the way that bumper's come out. Quite pleased. Not perfect, as I always talk myself down, but it's not perfect, but it's not bad. And colour match wise, I'd say it's pretty much spot on. You know, bumpers often look a little bit different. The old built hamper, as soon as I put the built hamper stuff on and rinse that off, you got the massive beading. Obviously I've dried it off now, but it makes all the difference. I've got black tyres up, but apart from that, got all those red marks off down the bottom. Took some doing, but I got them off. I changed the rear number plate, put the new one on. It looks $1 million now. I might polish the chrome up on the exhaust pipe, black the tyres up, put some mats in it. Job done. All that's done there, down there. Made a nice job of that, I think. That's all nice and shiny. Oh, I'll tell you what I didn't do. I didn't do that scratch. I've still got to do that. I'm probably going to have to paint that. I might try touching it in again. I don't really want to start painting it, but yeah. I saw some marks on there, and I've just gone over that with a G360. I just need to polish those dried bits off. But yeah, well pleased with that. Well pleased. So what do you think? Right, as you can see, it's dark. I spent the last 2 hours or thereabouts sorting these seats out. As you can see in the dark, we now have the cream stroke white seats. No rips in the leather. So I took the covers off of the broken frame and put it on the frame of the one with the blue that was out of Project Van Gogh, which was a Series 3 car, but the frames are the same. The airbag was different, but we've left the airbag in it, Series 3 airbag, because they are cross-compatible. Not a problem. Checked all electronics, everything works. The only thing I've got to do is change the door cards, so I'll do that tomorrow. Because it's dark now and it's been raining as well, and I am absolutely shattered. The other thing we did today, even though it's been raining, we rubbed that down, filled it. Couldn't get that any good, so I decided to do it properly, fill it. So tomorrow, I think they give rain for tomorrow, but I will put the gazebo up and I will come out here and I will get it done. I will get it. It's already rubbed down. It needs drying off, masking off, painting. Yeah, little bit of thingy over that. What do you call it? Primer. And then we'll do a base coat, couple of base coats. I've hardly got any base coat left. I'm just hoping I have enough. I'm sure I will. Just to do that little bit, and then we'll clear coat that, and then we'll polish it tomorrow as well. And even though you're supposed to leave it till the next day, I'm going to do it. And then it's finished. That is it. And good news is the logbook for Project Winnie came today. That was processed by the DVLA on Monday. On Thursday last week. Today's Monday. So I thought I'd look at this one, and I looked at this one, and this was processed on Friday. So I messaged Kim and said, process Friday. If you don't get it today, you'll get it tomorrow. Then I've asked her to let me have the document reference number so we can chase up those MOTs, print them out, and then we can chase the service history. And then this will be done, and she can take it. She's not very well at the moment, so she's probably not going to take it for a little while. But what I'll probably do is take it over to her and swap it over with the green one. And we'll get the mint green one, and we'll hopefully get that done. Because I need the money from it. Because the money is, she's going to give me the extra money for this that we've spent on this, but the rest of it will be coming from the green car. So I will be pocketing that money. And then once the green one's gone, which I think I've got a buyer for, we can then get on and finish that one out there. Once that one's finished, I'm going to go and get my convertible back from the body shop and do it my bloody self. That's it. So it's not the end of the video. So we'll come back tomorrow. We'll get it all completely finished, buttoned up, and then we'll end the video. And so until tomorrow, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll have some half decent weather, but I've got a feeling it's going to be cold and raining. We'll see. Anyway, see you tomorrow. Right, here we are back again. Following morning. As you can see, rubbed down. I have got to get some paint on this. As you can see, it's very wet at the moment. It is cold today as well. So I need to get this dried off and then get some primer on it. We'll warm the primer up, get it all prepped for primer, get the primer on, leave that. While that's drying off, it'll only take a few minutes, and I'll probably use the heat gun on it to dry it off anyway. Block that down, get some base coat on, and whilst that's drying and in between coats, we'll do the door cards. Got to get these white door cards on. So let's do it. Painted. I just need to get it lacquered now. So as you can see where the paint is, but of course I've roughed up around the outside, and that will be lacquered. So that should hopefully, he says, it should blend in okay. Yeah, it usually does, but it did down here once, especially once it was polished. So it should be all right. But you can see that distinct outline, which is, I don't like using masking paper. I like to just do it so it overlaps a little bit, which I have overlapped it afterwards. So some of the darkness you can see there is where it's overlapped. The paint's overlapped. So once we get the 2 or 3 coats of lacquer on it, it should be all right. Fingers crossed. Right, that's it. That's all my clear coating done. The last bit you saw me do was the old, what do you call it? It's called trade spray. I don't know why they call it trade spray. That's the manufacturer name, maybe. I don't know. But that's the old, what do you call it? Fade out spray, which I only recently found out how to use because I didn't have a clue what you meant to do with it. But it does the job. When I did that grey car and I sort of painted up here and then used the fade out spray there, you literally could not see the join. Whereas when I've done it before, no matter how much you polished it, you can always see the join between the old and the new. You can't on there because I used the fade out spray, and hopefully the same will apply here. I know you're meant to leave this sort of 24 hours before you polish it, but I want to get this finished today, so I'm just going to let it dry properly, and then I'll take the rest of the tape off because you don't want the tape ending up falling onto the paint, onto your wet lacquer and buggering that up. So I'll let that, it's fairly glossy now. It's a little bit orange peely, but of course I don't intend to sand it. I just intend to give it a polish, you know, the heavy cutting compound polish, and then I bought some new stuff which I haven't tried yet. It's a polish, not a wax. There's the Maguire's one. Ultimate Polish, pre-waxing glaze, deep reflections and high gloss. I might give that a bash. I normally use the Myrrh polish, this one, which is what I used on the bumper. What else did I use it on? And on the rear quarter as well, which I like. I think it's good stuff. But I do need to get myself some new wax. I need to speak to Sean because he recommended a wax. Sean, I'm going to drop you a message now and ask you. I know you've told me in the past what that wax is, but I'm just going to drop you a message now. But obviously by the time you've seen this, it'll be probably a week and a half's time, so you would have already sent me the message. But anyway, yeah. So as I mentioned yesterday, I'm not going to wax this now. I'm going to wait till the better weather. Do it in the spring. Do the entire car then when it's a bit warmer. I've got too much to do. Car's finished, all apart from that, and then we want to get back out on that one until such time as she picks this one up, drops off the mint green one, and I can get on and get that finished, because as I keep mentioning, I've got a potential buyer for that one. There's not the only thing left to do on that one, apart from, do I need to service it? You know what, I can't remember. It's been sitting out there for about 4 weeks now. I can't remember. I need to do the dent on the quarter panel. It's MOT'd, but it needs a new one. I think it's MOT till May, so I will be getting it MOT'd obviously, but yeah, I might need a service. I can't remember if I've already done it or not, but yeah, anyway, we'll be back later when we polish this up, and then that'll be it, finished, job done. So that's it. Project Roxanne, despite the snow today, is polished up on that door. It all looks fan-dabby-dozy. It's all done, finished. Got some new mats in it. Yeah, I'll have to send her a text and let her know that it's finished. It has taken longer than I wanted it to take, this one, but that was due to the weather, basically, not being able to get that bumper painted. I am really pleased with how that bumper's come out. Really, really pleased how that bumper's come out. It's brilliant. So that's it. Project finished. On to the next one, or on to the next one, which is going to be Project Minty. As soon as she gets this car, I'll get Project Minty back, and we'll make a start on that one. Hopefully, weather permitting, we'll turn that around quick, get that bumper painted. But that'll be coming soon to the channel. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. It's come out really nice. Really, really pleased with it. It cost a lot of money. I think we are about £20 or £30 over budget. Not including those seats, because I bought those seats, but yeah, forget the seats for the time being, because we'll get some money back on those. But yeah, so apart from that, that includes about £110, £120 on service items as well. The brake pads and discs are double the cost of the non-facelift. So they were, I can't think, they were about 85, 90 quid just for the brakes. So yeah, I think we've done all right. Just need to get it to her now. So yeah, thanks for watching. As always, if you're not a subscriber, click on the subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up. We'll see you in the next video. So until then, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.